Greetings, the Astro 30 here yet again, and welcome back to AEL. Now, if you're new to this channel, please consider going down below and subscribing if you haven't done so already. Thanks. And thank you to all of you who have subscribed so far. Now, in today's video, I'm going to do a mini electronics fundamental video. Now, I've already covered Ohm's law in a previous video, which I'll link up the top here if you want to see it. But this Ohm's law wheel gives a much more complete description of all the formulas that you can use to calculate the various different things you want, like resistance or voltage or current in a circuit, as well as its power. Now, this mainly relates to DC power, so Ohm's law especially. However, in the power law over here, we do actually have the one that I use most of the time to calculate the output power of a power amplifier, which is the voltage to the power of 2 divided by its resistance. And that will give us the power in watts of an audio amplifier. However, the standard equation for Ohm's law is voltage equals resistance multiplied by current, which is up here. So if we wanted to know the voltage, we come to the center of the wheel and we can see that it's marked V, R, I, and P, P meaning power. So if we wanted to know the voltage in the circuit, well, it's V equals R times I. And if we wanted to know the current, we come over to I here, current. I equals voltage divided by resistance. And if we wanted to know the resistance, well, it's over here at the R section here. It's R equals voltage divided by I. Now, we can then come over to the power law. Once we know two of those variables, like the voltage or the resistance, we can then calculate what the power is in watts. So for the standard calculation of the power law, we need to know both the voltage and the current in the circuit. So that's voltage multiplied by I will equal the power in watts. This calculation is also the same calculation they use to calculate the VA or volt amps of, say, a power transformer. It's exactly the same formula. Now, let's take some real world calculations and, I'll make up some figures and we'll calculate what the each of these values would be in a circuit. So I'm going to keep the mathematics pretty simple on this. So I'm going to make three variables the same in all the calculations. So say for voltage, I'm going to make the voltage in the circuit 50 volts. Now, the V figure will always be in whole volts. For the current of the circuit, I'm going to make it half an amp. So that's also written in full amps. So if you want half an amp for I, it's 0.5. And for the resistance of the circuit, I'm going to make it 100 ohms. And resistance is always in whole ohms. So if you wanted 1K, it would be 1000 ohms. So there's our basic electrical figures. Nice little pop there. So 50 volts in the circuit consumes half an amp, and the resistance of the circuit is 100 ohms. And in this demonstration, well, I know the current and the resistance, so I want to know the voltage. So we come over here to voltage, it's R times I. So we know the resistance is 100, and we know that the current is half an amp, which will give us our figure of 50 volts as I already previously came up with. Okay, now we want to know what the current is in the circuit, but we only know the voltage and the resistance. So we come over here to current, voltage divided by resistance. So it's 50 divided by 100 will give us half an amp. Very nice. Okay, we only know the voltage and the current, so we want to know the resistance of the circuit. So we come over to the resistance section here. That's voltage divided by current. So that's 50 divided by half an amp equals 100 ohms. So far we can see that this quick reference wheel is very handy if you can't, or you have very big difficulty remembering equations. So it's a very good quick reference guide. So okay, with figures that we know and come up with, let's work out the power in the circuit. So if we want to know what the power is with the voltage and current as the only known variables, well, we come over to power, P, that's voltage times amps. So we've got 50 volts multiplied by half an amp equals 25 watts. Nice. Okay, with the power law, if we know what the wattage is and we want to find out one of the variables, say we wanted to know what the current is in the circuit, well, we'd come over to current and we'll find that the power, 25 watts, divided by the voltage, so you need to know the voltage, will give us the current in the circuit. So 25 divided by 50 equals half an amp. If we wanted to know the resistance from the wattage, come over to resistance, we'd come over to resistance and it's the power in watts divided by the current to the power of 2. So this is a little bit more complicated, so we'd have to go 0.5 multiplied by itself gives us 0.25. Okay, so we know what that is, but we can't divide by the power now because the it's a decimal number and it will be the wrong calculation, so we keep that in mind. So it's 25 watts divided by 0.25 gives us 100 ohms. And I'll just demonstrate if you did it the other way around. 25 divided by, or 0.25 divided by 25 equals 0.01. So yeah, you've got to be mindful of which way around you plug in the figures, otherwise you'll end up with the incorrect answer. So that's basically this Ohm's law wheel in a nutshell. There's not too much more to go into it. I've explained it as best as I can. There are other things here like the square root of the power divided by the resistance equals the current, and the square root of the power multiplied by the resistance gives us the voltage, and the power is the resistance multiplied by the current to the power of 2. There's various different ways of working these things out, especially power. So that's where I'm going to leave this video for now, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please remember to go down below, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already. And this is the Astro 30 saying, see ya. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.